Hi, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe this channel. This very much new channel. Your subscription means a lot to me. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel before going into the details. As we know that there was a talk from few days that Indian fighter jets were shot down by Pakistan or not. This was the query. Even opposition leader Rahul Gandhi, Congress, India bloc, or many people, common citizens, were also asking how many fighter jets of India shot down by Pakistan. Here the question is not that in war, in fight with enemy, losses are very common, Losses are common. Definitely they will shoot down few fighter jets of enemies when the war is going on. Here the question is not that during war, in war, how many fighter jets lost. It is not the question. The question is, Foreign Affairs Minister Jaishankar has said, we have informed Pakistan before starting of operation. Here the question is, because you informed Pakistan before operation, how many fighter jets we lost? That is the question. It's not that during war how many fighter jets you lost. In war, obviously fighter jets will be lost. If there is a combat, obviously some of our rockets, drones will be shot down by enemy. That's not a big question. The question is, you have informed Pakistan before starting of operation. Because of that, how many we lost? Is it a correct decision to inform Pakistan beforehand? That is the question here, right? Asked by opposition leader, India bloc and citizens of India. Here is the question. So in this context, we have been listening to different topics, different opinions of Indian citizens from many days. Here again, yesterday, there is, one man, he's a CDS, Chief of Defense Staff, Anil Chauhan. He spoke in Singapore media. From Singapore media, he shared few information to the common public in India. Again, it triggered a topic because this topic triggered again because he gave few information. See, let's see what he said. Before that, what is the background of it? If you see, look at the background of the entire episode. We know that Pakistan has declared that we shot down 6 fighter jets of India. That is actually Pakistan declared. And the US intelligence department also, they have, spoke to the Reuters and international media. The intelligence department of US also said at least two Indian aircrafts using air-to-air missiles were shot down by Pakistan using Chinese-made J-10 fighter jets. Pakistan has used Chinese-made J-10 fighter jets and they shoot down at least 2 Indian fighter jets. This is what the US department said. So when these statements are coming, obviously the opposition leader, opposition parties, the people in the public, because we are in democracy, the citizens will get normally doubt that why did these people inform to Pakistan before Operation Sindoor? Maybe because of that information they have provided to Pakistan, maybe our fighter jets might have been shot down. That is the question here. See here, earlier also, but anyway, Bharatiya Janata Party denied it. They're not asking. When somebody asks a question, they're saying that you are Pakistan mouthpiece, you are Pakistan PR, you are speaking the Pakistan language, and all these people started without giving an answer, being responsible and be accountable to the citizen, and they're giving a counter attack on Rahul Gandhi, and this is going on from last few days. So here, earlier also A.K. Bharati, see, there is one man called A.K. Bharati, Air Marshal. What he said is, the same question was asked by one of the interviewer in international media few days ago about Rafale jets. Is it true that Pakistan shoot down Indian Rafale jets? This is the question asked in the interview. What he said, I'm happy that you asked these questions. We are in a combat scenario and losses are a part of it. What does that mean? That we are in combat scenario and the losses are part of it means this he indirectly told that few fighter jets were lost. Rafale jets were lost. Indirectly, it means that when an interviewer asked, is it true that Pakistan shoot down Indian Rafale jets? He said, in the combat, it is a part of, losses are a part of it. So that's why, again, another speculation has come. Another doubt has come that maybe Rafale jets were shot down by Pakistan. So this is another doubt. Question is, have we achieved our objective? Answer is a thumbing yes. This is what actually A.K. Bharti, Air Marshal has said. He also said, I don't want to talk more beyond this because we're still in the combat. We're still fighting with all our pilots are back home. This is what actually he said earlier. So in this background, the question was asked by Rahul Gandhi on X platform and through social media or maybe even in the television channels. It doesn't matter. But to the public citizens, Rahul Gandhi asked to the government of India, why did you inform Pakistan before Operation Sindoor? How many fighter jets we lost? It doesn't mean how many fighter jets we lost because we did Operation Sindoor. If we do Operation Sindoor, few fighter jets will be lost automatically. That's not a question. If we do Operation Sindoor, losing fighter jets are very common. Losing fighter jets are very common issue. It is expected issue. Even enemy will attack in our fighter jets. We will attack in their fighter jets. That is a combat. That is fight. That is war. It is a common issue. Here the question is, why did you inform before Operation Sindoor to the enemy? Already the enemy is ready. They were speaking to the media during those days that we have information that India is going to attack on us. So they're saying that they are alerted. So already they're alerted. They're ready with their missiles. They're ready with the defense system. Before that, we have informed that we are going to attack in Pakistan. Then obviously they'll be very much alerted. Maybe that's a reason. Why did you inform to the Pakistan? And because of that, we lost few fighter jets. That is the question asked by opposition. The government should answer responsibly, be accountable to the citizens of India. Then if you ask this question, we should not ask, you're speaking Pakistan language, you're speaking Pakistani PR, you're speaking Pakistan. It doesn't solve the problem, right? We need to convince the people in democracy. We need to convince the people in democracy. If we convince the people in democracy, the political leaders will gain more image. And Revanth Reddy also, he triggered this topic 2 days ago and he said, we are asking Modi government how many fighter jets shut down by Pakistan, but he is not telling. So that's what actually Revanth Reddy said. And they called Revanth Reddy also Pakistan Gabbar. Something like some Gabbar, something like that. One word was used against Revanth Reddy also. That's what, when somebody asking for accountability, we are abusing them is not right thing, what I feel. See here, Anil Chauhan interview, this is the nutshell what Anil Chauhan has done in the interview. What is important is, the same question was asked to Anil Chauhan, Chief of Staff Defense Staff. Is it true that Pakistan shot down few fighter jets? The same question, what they asked to A.K. Bharti, the same question was asked to Anil Chauhan. What he said, this is a statement he said, what is important is not the jet being down, but what they were being downed. But why they were being down? Here is a question. The same question Rahul Gandhi is asking, same question I am asking, same question Indians are asking. It's not that jets were shot down. Definitely fighter jets will be shot down in any war by enemy. That's obvious. That's expected. There's no surprise. There is no question. There is no blame on this. Question is, why it was shut down? This is what AK Marshall said. Here again doubt came. Because you informed to Pakistan before operation, they might have shot down. That is the question that has arisen yesterday. Right? Here, what mistakes were made? Anil Chauhan also said, what mistakes were made, those are important. Numbers are not important. That means, though he did not give the exact number that this many fighter jets lost, Pakistan is telling 6 fighter jets, Chinese media is telling 3 fighter jets, American intelligence media is saying the 2 fighter jets. Doesn't matter. He says the number is not important. That means at least 1 or 2. There is some fighter jet lost indirectly. That's what he says. Not important. The good part is that we were able to understand the tactical mistakes which we made. That means initially there are some tactical mistakes they made. So because of that, they lost fighter jets. What is a tactical mistake? Most probably, we doubt, we have a concern on the national interest that you should have not informed to Pakistan before starting Operation Sindoor. You should have not done it because you informed. Maybe that's the reason that they were alerted and shut down. That's a question here, right? Here the question is around why did you inform Pakistan? That is only the question here. There's no question of war, Operation Sindoor. There's no question. Question is about why did you inform beforehand, before Operation Sindoor? That's the question here. Remedy it, rectify it, and then implement it again after 2 days and flew our jets again, targeting at long range. So this is what actually Anil Chauhan said. He also said the CDS called Pakistan's claim of shooting down 6 Indian fighters absolutely incorrect. So whatever they are spreading that 6 fighter jets of India was shot down was incorrect. He did not tell how many shot down, but he says that 6 is incorrect. That means the Pakistan is spreading fake news that they shoot down 6. That is another this one. These are the common. There are few highlights which he spoke in the U.S. media. Singapore media. What he said is this Operation Sindoor was launched in retaliation to 26 Pahalgam, 26 civilians were killed by terrorists. So in retaliation to that, we have launched Operation Sindoor. Our Indian Air Force jets struck 9 terror infrastructures in Pakistan. The second thing he mentioned. The third thing he mentioned is, from the beginning, communication channels with Pakistan remained open throughout the conflict, helping avoid unintended escalation. That means they are in touch with Pakistan. They are open to discussion. They are open because they don't want to escalate the situation. So they are open for discussion. This is another question. Narendra Modi sir told that Pakistan begging us, Pakistan crying went to America and told us to save us. So they came begging to us. That's why ceasefire operation is taking place. But what Air Marshal is saying that from the day one we are open for discussion. We open the doors for discussion. That is another problem we are feeling, that why did India open for discussion with those people who killed 26 our innocent citizens, and moreover 15 people in Jammu and Kashmir, Poonch shelling. This is what we said, you should have not been open for any discussions with their enemy. You should have attacked outrightly. That is what we expected. Right? IAF jets were shot down in the early phase, which the general admitted, but he stressed that India quickly adapted, corrected tactics and returned stronger. He did not directly say But indirectly he said shut down in the early phase. That means in the early phase, we made some tactical mistakes. So the loss is very common. So numbers are not important. So that we understood that he admitted that in early stage, few fighter jets were lost. It's very common. That's what I'm saying. That is that tactical mistake is informing to Pakistan. Is that the tactical mistake? That is what actually we are questioning. Pakistan's claim of downing 6 Indian jets was dismissed as absolutely incorrect. This is another thing he said. And one more thing he said, America said they're about to go for nuclear war. It is very dangerous to the world. That's why we interfered, we involved. That's why we told them we'll stop the trade if you don't stop the war. It is they're about to throw nuclear bombs. All these things, emergency, he said. Trump. But what Air Marshal said, that is not correct. See what he said, averting nuclear war, far-fetched. Then the point of the discussion of nuclear war is very far, because they did not go to that extent. They informed to Pakistan we are only attacking in a terrorist infrastructure. Informed, they attacked. They were 2 days. They replanned again. Again they attacked, and they are open for discussion. Where is the point of nuclear war here? What is the emergency Trump created? It's the biggest question here, right? And the CDLs also noted that communications also Pakistan were always open. But Modi is saying that they cried, they went to Pakistan, they're begging. So these are all the claims, the doubts that is coming. So that's why it should be openly disclose all the things, ignoring confidential uses, but at least you should tell to the public that what's happening. That's actually we are asking. So Jairam Ramesh, communication in charge of Congress, what he was asking, this is his statement what he made. Why such revelations were made abroad rather than through proper domestic channels? Why did we have to wait for statements from Singapore? That is also true. From many days we are asking, whatever you wanted to tell to this is a democratic country. You tell to the people through proper channels. You kept many press meets by army and by politicians, by Modi ji, and many people spoke on this, but nobody has informed us that we lost few fighter jets. Why should we hear that news from Singapore channel, and that's too by Air Marshal of India? So that is valid question asked by Jairam Ramesh. We are supposed to be the mother of democracy. He has demanded to a comprehensive review of India's defense preparedness by an independent expert committee, similar to the Kargil Review Committee established during former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee's tenure. The issues raised by Chauhan are critical and imping not just on military strategy, but also on foreign policy, economic policy, and diplomatic strategy. This is what actually Jairam Ramesh says that. And he also said, and here he is demanding for a review committee like how Vajpayee has done it. And he also said on July 29, 1999, Vajpayee government set up the Kargil Review Committee under the chairmanship of India's Strategic Affairs Guru K. Subramaniam, whose son is now our External Affairs Minister. Now the Jaishankar's father, the External Affairs Minister Jaishankar father was actually one of the members in the review committee made by Vajpayee government. So the review committee, they worked on the possible losses or gains, whatever. They have kept a review on Kargil war. Like this, you also please announce a Kargil war type of committee. That is what actually demanded by Jairam Ramesh. The report titled From Surprise to Reckoning was then laid on the table of both houses of Parliament on February 23, 2000 after the necessary redactions. Will the Modi government take a now similar step of light of what the Chief of Defence Staff has just revealed in Singapore? He also wrote, and next, this is actually you wrote. And there is one more Uttam Kumar Reddy also responded. He says government has to be transparent. Accountability is normal in a democracy. This is not about patriotism. We are more patriotic. Our first family, the Gandhi family, themselves suffered and have made huge sacrifices for the integrity of the country, and these people question us. This is really shocking and bizarre. This is actually Uttam Kumar Reddy said. And Mallikarjun Kharge also responded to this. And what Mallikarjun Kharge says, in the wake of the remarks made by the Chief of Defence Staff in Singapore in an interview, there are some more important questions which need to be asked. This can only be asked if a special session of the parliament is immediately convened. So he is demanding for a parliament session. You open the parliament session and discuss with us why Modi is not talking to the opposition. Is a question here, right? There are few netizens also asked, raised a few questions. What they raised, security expert Brahma Chalani, he said the fact that the Singapore forum was also attended by Pakistan chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff only helped to hyphenate India with Pakistan. There is one more person, Praveen Swami, he said, frankly, I do not understand the need to be so coy about this. A mature military should be able to acknowledge losses, learn from them and move on. This is one other person says that. And there is one more netizen, he writes, same Praveen Swami, what Anil Chauhan is saying is that for 2 days, IAF fleet was grounded. This is enough reason for him to resign, making light of a serious matter. When for 2 days out of 4, the IAF, which will be the key determinant of our outcome, is not in the air, it needs some guts to say that India did well in Operation Sindoor. He is questioning about why IAF was not in the air for 2 days. That is another question he was asking. Another netizen, he says that we understood 3 things out of it. One is Pakistan shot down our fighter jets, and fighter jets are not in the air for 2 days. And as well, Pakistan military and Indian military are mature and rational, according to Air Marshal. Another Abhijit Ayar Mitra, what he wrote in X, my issue is not that it was done, rather how it was done. There was a way to do it, and this was not it. The CDS and the High Commissioner of Singapore, High Commissioner to Singapore jumped the gun. This was not the decision to make. Consequences need to follow this kind of indiscipline. This is what he has written. Another netizen, he wrote this, I am sorry, but CDS Anil Chauhan just ruined it all by his limited fluency. He is clearly not articulate and should not have given an international interview when he struggles with effective communication. And every word will be distorted and twisted to shape narratives. Here, communication, see, language is not issue here. Even my language is not very good, but still I am trying to communicate. Irrespective of language, whether you are fluent or not, but communicate properly, tell them properly. That is most important. Professor Madan M. Sharma also said, the CDS of India General Chauhan should not have given interview to media, especially a foreign one. He did not show maturity that is required of him. My feeling from the beginning itself was that should not be the CDS. So these are all the trolling him. See, earlier also they trolled, Himanshi Narwal, they trolled her because she said, don't target Muslim community. And Vikram Mishri also, they trolled along with his family, he was trolled because he is the one who came to press briefing and he said, we are going for ceasefire. So he was trolled. See, after all, he is an employee. Whatever government says that he will come to brief, media and he will brief it. But unnecessarily he was trolled. So sad about it. And now the Sunil Chauhan is being trolled. So this is the situation here. Thank you. Namaskaram. Please subscribe this channel.